Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Sam Melnick. As Vice President of Customer Success and Insight, Sam Melnick is dedicated to providing value to Allocadia's customers through every interaction they have with the company. Throughout his career, Sam has led marketing and customer success teams at growing SaaS organizations. He and his team are focused on customers, community, education, and insights with the goal of helping marketers run their teams like a business. He brings over a decade of marketing and MarTech experience as an award-winning analyst at IDC's CMO advisory practice and customer success leader at Lattice Engines. He is a frequent speaker at marketing industry events and author of original marketing research and thought leadership. Well, good afternoon, Sam. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Brian. Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you connecting with the team here to get set up on a podcast. And I love doing these because I get to meet a new person every single day. And that's just really exciting. So anyway, Sam, let's talk a little bit about your background. You've got quite the career as an analyst, entrepreneur, senior leader, and now you're the Vice President of Customer Success and Insights for Allocadia. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Yeah, thanks for that question. It's a great question, Brian. So I'd say I don't necessarily have a linear path in the sense that it's like manager, senior manager, director, VP, CMO, or whatnot. And the reason for that is what's been my, I guess you could call it North Star, is I focus on what type of work energizes me. So for instance, I get a lot of energy from working with customers, specifically marketers, and helping them solve specific problems. So I try and find roles and opportunities for myself where I can do more of that. Because when I'm energized, and I believe this is for anybody's energized, they're going to do better work, there's going to be better outcomes, and ultimately it'll be, more fulfilling work and life experience. So, finding areas that energize, kind of documenting that or writing it down when something pops into your mind, and then kind of reassessing that, a few times a year to make sure that energy is part of your career and work life.
I love that. And like I said, we've talked to many guests here on the show, and everybody's got a different story, a unique path. And I do appreciate, again, your journey and what you just shared with us here. So thank you again. And Sam, now that this pandemic may be starting to lift, we don't know yet with this Delta variant, but what are your plans for business growth going forward? And will it be any different than the last 16 months?
I think there's a few things. I think I've had a career I've gone back as a career as a marketer and then customer success or like account management. And right now I sit in that customer success role. So I think it's become much more clear that a lot of business can be done remotely. So I think it's being much more specific on when and why you travel. And I think the other aspect is even on the marketing side, we're starting to discuss how do we start bringing field events back in? How do we start bringing in-person events? You want to respect what's going on with COVID. And as you mentioned, the Delta variant. But I was actually caught up with somebody last night, and they were saying that there's a specific region that they're doing more in-person events, and they almost have a first mover advantage where their people are looking to engage. And because they're faster than some of their competitors in doing so, they've had good results. I'm almost uncomfortable saying that because you, again, want to respect what's been going on for the last 16 months. But I think it's a combination of taking some learnings. Hey, we can do a lot of business virtually. Hey, we can be impactful, and taking those learnings, but then also seeing where there's opportunities to kind of take some of the in-person, experiences and bringing them back in a safe, comfortable, and intelligent way for the business.
Appreciate the share on that. And it is kind of a fine line what we're walking right now as far as getting back to some sort of normalcy. But the insight on that and how people are taking advantage of any time they can get out there is most appreciated. And Sam, you're obviously leveraging some new and emerging technologies within your business or your digital business. Is there anything you might be able to share with us today?
Yeah. So, I think there's a few things here. when it comes to emerging technologies in the digital in your business in general, digital or not, I think about particularly whether I'm in a marketing role, whether I'm in that customer success role, or just a general, business role. It's like, how does the technology tie back to the customer journey, the customer experience, how we're bringing value to customers? So I'm almost will start there and then tie how technology helps. If you're like, I assume you're good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So it's kind of like when you think about a customer experience, and this goes back to your last question almost. It's like, what's the right touch point? What's the right way to bring value to the customer in that specific instance? Is it virtual? Is it digital? Is it one-to-many? Is it one-to-one? What is that experience? And once you've identified that, and it's never going to be perfect there, then it's like, how do I make the right investments? That could be people, that could be my time, and that could be technology to support those value touch points. So things that we're doing is, one, we have a general almost framework of how we deliver value to our customers. And then it's technologies like, we use a Gainsight, which is a customer success management software, similar to like CRM for sales or marketing automation for marketing. And that helps us track the health and also trigger specific events when appropriate in that customer journey. I also think that another thing that we use something called actually Kamiko, and what it does as an organization is it understands the engagement, not just at an individual one-to-one level, but at an account level, almost like, are you engaging at the right level, a specific account? Because even when you think about the customer journey, there's an individual journey for you or I as a human or a person. And when you're in B2B, business to business, which we are, my organization, Allocadia is, there's also an account experience. So understanding when do you use technologies, when do you engage at account level versus a person to person level is super important. And when you can start, it's never perfect, it's never done, it sounds great on paper or when somebody like myself is talking about it. But when you can start making progress and mapping these out and understanding these journeys and these value points, then you leverage technology like a Gainsight, like a Kamiko, even a CRM or a marketing automation, whatnot, to kind of reinforce, scale, and automate some of those value points. But I got to be honest also, Brian, sometimes that one-to-one human-to-human interaction can't be beat.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And we should apply the right or correct solution to an issue and not necessarily it's strictly technology. So you're absolutely right. And Sam, last question here. Can you share something from your career experience that would be helpful for those looking to grow their career in marketing or entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so I go back to that first question. It's don't follow a playbook that was written by somebody else. Find what energizes you, find your strengths, and really lean in there. When you're energized, when you're interested, when you're finding ways to help, whether that's customers, whether that's people on your team, it doesn't matter, good things will happen. So I would almost wish I gave myself this advice 15 or 20 years ago. Find those touch points versus the ladder or the accolades, because those things will follow if you're energized, if you're empathetic, and if you're bringing value to whomever. So that would be my advice.
Great. Thank you for sharing, Sam. And I do really appreciate it. I think you've got kind of the pulse on the customer, especially in your role. And it's been great to hear your insights today. So, Sam, it was a pleasure having you on today. And I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
All right, Brian, I really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. You have a great day too.
Bye for now.